Welcome back to another JERiCK podcast episode. My name is JERiCK.
My name's Rafi.
And what up? I'm Ray.
Hey, we got a special guest today, Mr. Ray.
Very special guest.
He was a guest in the old podcast a while back, about a couple years ago. And yeah, just wanted to have you back.
Oh, well, thank you for having me, man. I'm super excited
Sharing
to be here.
your wisdom to the world.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, so we normally start the podcast with our weekly updates. Anything you want to share? Anything cool happened this week?
Cool happened this week.
Or anything interesting?
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting that I'm on a podcast today
Hey,
because I feel like maybe the last few weeks there's been a lot of time to think, and I feel like the subject that we're going to talk about is pretty spot on to what I've been
thinking about.
Yeah, just what I've been experiencing. So I just think being here is probably one of the most interesting things that happened this week.
Okay,
So I'm just.
I can't top that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm like, no, that's good. I'm
Yeah.
good with that.
Yeah, I'm good with that too.
Good with that.
Yeah, because honestly, this last week
Yeah.
I've been kind of sick, so nothing.
Same.
It wasn't so fun for me this week.
Right.
All my friends are getting sick. I'm really hoping that I survive without
I
catching
think
Super
it.
you know what it is. I think it's the change of the weather. I think it's like
honestly.
the fall,
Yeah.
summer to fall kind
Yeah,
of thing.
the fall's about
transition.
to set in.
Yeah,
Summer to stay, man.
Oh, me too, man.
I mean it's still kind of hot right now.
Yeah, but not
Yeah,
hot enough for me.
I'm more of
You
a
know.
I'm more of a fall spring guy. I like the fall spring weather when it's not
I like-
too hot.
I like when you can put layers on and be comfortable.
Yeah,
you know?
which is
Okay.
fall.
Yeah.
I like fall too.
But yeah, I guess we'll just dive into the topic then.
All right.
Yeah, I mean that was a pretty quick introduction, I guess. Yeah, so today's topic is about gratitude and having a positive perspective in life. I guess I could start.
Yeah. Come on, start us off.
I have an
Mr.
interesting
J.
story this week. Actually, I was
Okay.
so I was driving Uber, right, and
Okay.
then this older guy, he was probably in his 60s or something.
Yeah.
So he got in, and then I mean, normally it's like those typical questions. It'd be like, "Oh, like how are you doing today?"
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Are you making money?" I was like, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm trying."
Yeah.
And then he said, like, "No, like you're doing it. Like you're not trying to make money. Like
Yeah.
you're doing the thing, right? Like
Yeah.
it's like I'm technically I'm making money because I'm driving Uber."
Right.
And it was just kind of like, oh, like yeah, you're kind of right. Like I am doing it instead of instead of
Yeah.
thinking about like I'm trying to do something, like it's actually me doing the thing.
Yeah.
And then we just got into this like deep conversation about perspective.
right.
And I guess he was a cancer survivor. He was like
Oh, wow.
like fighting for like a few years, and he was just giving me a lot of like wisdom, dude. And I was just like, damn,
Dang.
it's like a total stranger, and like that was the message that I needed to hear that day.
Yeah.
Because for me, I always kind of have a hard time, I guess, putting myself in that position. Like instead of me saying like, "Oh, I'm an artist,
Yeah.
I'm a YouTuber, I'm a podcaster,"
Yeah.
what I say instead is like, "Oh, I'm trying to be an artist. I'm trying to be a YouTuber.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a podcaster." And because the reason why I say that is because I feel like I haven't made it yet.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's necessarily like the right perspective, right? Because
Right.
it's like, I remember we talked about this in the last episode too. I remember us making a song a while back, like
Right.
about a couple years ago, and then we
Yeah.
released Moonlight for the first time, and you were super excited.
Yeah.
And for me, I was just like, oh, it's just another song that I released. Like, it's not a big
Right.
deal.
Right.
And it's like, I really want to stop trying to like have that perspective, because like I'm already doing the thing. Like this is
You are.
this is
You
what it
really are,
is. It's
bro.
like regardless of the numbers are there or the money's there. Like
Yeah.
doing the thing is doing the thing. It's either you do it or you don't.
Right.
So
You've
yeah,
been doing it for a long time, man.
Yeah.
So.
but yeah, that was just like a total stranger, dude. I was just like about to cry in the car. I'm just like, shit, dude. I was just feeling so much emotion.
Yeah, because it is good, you know? It's
yeah.
almost like he asked you how you were doing and how your day is going, and you
Yeah.
responded in that way, so he wanted to respond in
Yeah. And
that
I actually
way,
invited him
you
to the
know?
podcast too, so hopefully he comes on.
Oh,
yeah,
no
it was
way.
like,
Really?
yeah, like a total stranger, dude. I was just,
Sheesh,
I was
tune
like-
in,
Maybe
folks.
that's how you find your future guest.
yeah.
You know?
I texted him and like
Whoa.
hopefully he responds, you know.
Yeah.
But either way, because he was just like spitting bars, dude. I'm like, dude, like this guy is like a motivational speaker. like he needs to. Because I asked him like, have you ever been on a podcast or have you ever thought about it? His answer was, yeah, people actually like your generation, I guess, like the younger generation, have asked him if he does, and he was like, what do I even talk about? I'm like, you're doing it right now. Like, so I
Right.
pretty much like flipped it back on him. Like he's basically
Yeah.
like speaking like
Yeah.
wisdom, you know.
Right.
But he still felt like he wasn't like, I guess, not able to share what he should be able to share, you know.
Right.
So
Damn.
yeah. So hopefully he comes on.
That'd be really cool, actually.
Yeah.
That'd be fire.
Yeah,
Honestly.
that's my story.
Well, that's a good story, man.
Well, how about you, man? What have you been thinking this week?
Well, I mean, what have I been thinking is a lot. It's a very big question, you know. But I think, like, in terms of positivity or perspective,
Yeah.
I think I've been thinking to always look at the glass half full instead of half empty, because then you kind of really, again, put into perspective what you do have versus what you don't have.
Yeah.
You know, and then if, I guess, like, in simpler terms, if you start counting like all the good things instead of focusing on all the things you maybe want or want to change, it really does add up throughout the day,
Yeah, that's true.
you know. And it's like, if I'm just being super real, some people probably didn't wake up this morning, and just to be grateful to open your eyes,
Yeah.
that's already a big gift, you know. And I'm like driving here today just in my car. It's not like the flyers or nothing, but it works.
Mm-hmm.
And I just see all these people on 4th Street, you know. And I'm like, dang, let me count my blessings again, because I had a place to shower and I had food to choose from, and I chose to eat or not to eat, and I chose what to wear or what not to wear, and
Yeah.
I had the option to, you know, be hot or be cold and open my window or whatever, you know. And there were just so many things adding up on the way here that I was like, you just can't forget to always count your blessings, you know. And no matter where you're at, some people are probably like, damn, I'd want to be in that car, or I'd want a full closet or a full fridge of food, you know.
Yeah.
And even that right there is just enough for me. And I've been just trying to think that the more I can be grateful for, the more that's going to come. And I always think about that since I was little. I'm like, I'm just going to keep doing that again, because life has been very difficult and also very beautiful. But like, what am I going to lean into, you know? So I feel like that's where my head is thinking. Like, look at the positives, look at what you have versus what you don't have. Look how far you come, now how far you need to go. Celebrate where you're at, you know?
Yeah.
Like the 3-year-old, the 5-year-old, the 10, 11, 12, 15, 16 would be so proud of me right now. But I'm like too caught up of what if when I'm 40, what if when I'm 50, 35, 32, you know? But like, I got it all right now. And I just gotta be like, this is enough to work with, and I am good at resourcing everything that I can be in contact with, you know, to make me better. And I feel like I just gotta lean into that more than into my fears or what I don't have, you know? So
Damn. That was heavy.
That's powerful, man.
Yeah.
kind of how I'm thinking.
I can feel your. I feel like you're about to cry now. I'm about to cry now.
Well, I just trust you guys, so just being here is pretty cool, and I'm not
Yeah.
trying to shy away from how I'm really feeling. you
Yeah.
know? And that's just grateful because I can walk, I can talk, I can do all these things, and just having hands and ears and a mouth and a smell, being the ability to smell is enough for me right now, and it feels great. So, just thank you.
I mean, this is what I said about him when I mentioned him a few episodes ago. It's like when I'm going through stuff, I feel like I hang out with you once, and then it kind of like resets me to how I should be thinking and how I should, like I guess the most balanced perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because some days, you definitely, at least for me, like I forget a lot about the simple things that I enjoy that I take for granted. You know what I mean? So it's good. Like being around him has helped me see the right perspective. Well,
Yeah.
especially when I need it.
Yeah, I feel like everything is perspective, dude. Because for me, I tend to focus on the future a lot,
Right, me too.
which is I get really caught up in it because you're thinking you should be there when you're here right now, and it's like,
Right.
it's very difficult. But you're right. There's so many things to be grateful for.
Yeah.
Like even all the blessings that I have now is like, if I really think about it hard enough, I have everything I need
Yeah.
to do whatever I need to do.
Right.
And that should be enough, right? Like
Yeah.
sometimes you think like, oh, I need better this, better that. I need more of this, more of that.
Right.
But if you really think about it, it's like you're already here, you're surviving, you're doing your best to thrive.
Right.
It's like, this is it. Like, it is what it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like it doesn't matter especially when you have goals,
Right.
the goals always move. Like the end zone always freaking move. Like when you
Yeah.
get there to that point and we're like, oh, what's next, right?
Yeah.
There's always, especially for me, because like I'm kind of an overachiever kind of thing.
Right.
So I really need to just focus on like enjoying the moment that we have right now, like stuff like this. Like I enjoy having podcasts, making music, and just hanging out,
And you're good at it, man.
Yeah.
Like,
and just like living life, dude. Sometimes you forget. Like
right.
that's one thing that the old guy said too. He was he's saying that people should just need to like live,
Right.
instead of like always pursuing something. You're pursuing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but just remember that you got to balance it out with like living
Right.
life. Because like for me, I haven't even like done my usual, like when I go walk at the park too. I went yesterday and like that felt really good. But sometimes you just get caught up in like, oh, I need to be working right now. I need to be
Right.
working on something, and then
Yeah.
you forget that like, fuck. Sometimes you just gotta chill and hang out, like do nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Learn the value of just existing.
Yeah.
And resting because you're sick,
Yeah, and that's what I was kind of because sometimes when you push your body too hard, like especially when you're like stressing out, like that's how you get sick.
Right.
So like when you're resting, you're giving your body a break and actually kind of reset. And that's why sometimes when I get sick, I'm just like, yeah. Like sometimes I know why I got sick, because like, you just overwork so much, or like sometimes you're overthinking. Especially a lot of the stuff I do is kind of like mentally.
Yeah.
So I guess like I'm overstimulated. Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Um,
How can you not be, dude? You work with so much like technology. I think.
yeah, that's true too.
Like, you were able to, I think, in my mind, create something you saw and be able to learn enough about it to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've like pictured a room like this, but you were able to like learn all the fundamentals and all the ins and outs of how to have a studio and how to, record it in a manner that sounds professional, and to get all the equipment and learn how to set it up and stuff. And it's crazy that you do have all of this set up, but it came from your mind and you were able to, bring it to life, and now you're able to have podcasts. But my perspective is that's so cool that you were able to bring this to life. You know what I mean? And you can do so much with it and have so many different types of people just be heard or be seen or have the chance to reach somebody else,
Yeah.
And I just think that's really cool. Maybe you don't see it as a big deal, but this is a pretty big deal, man. This is super dope to me, and I just appreciate you allowing us to be here all the time,
Well, I appreciate you for coming, man. Especially Raph too. He's always here.
Love this guy.
So I appreciate all my friends that like make this happen.
Yeah.
Damn, getting a little emotional. Just like I'm not trying to cry on the podcast. But
we've got a first, ladies and gents.
not yet. There's no single tear yet. We like zoom into that one.
It's good though, man, because you do make an impact, and I appreciate your friendship and all the stuff that you're able to bring out into this world in terms of creativity.
Yeah.
So.
And I appreciate you, man. Like I feel like you always give me like positive vibes and like help me with my perspective sometimes,
Yeah.
Sometimes when we're making music, sometimes we don't even get to that. We're just like, we just hang out and fuck around. The plan was to make music, but like sometimes it's just like, let's just hang out, dude, and like do nothing.
Yeah.
And sometimes because that's all you need. Because I feel like when you just focus too much on the things that you need to get done, like you forget to live, dude.
Right.
So yeah, I appreciate you.
You know what I've realized, and I don't mean for this to sound like terrible or funny. Like I'm really not trying to be funny, but
this guy.
I feel like every time I see Ray, it's like a reminder, like, oh yeah, I'm alive and I can go do some fun shit right now, and my boy's right here. Like it just, that's always what I receive. The energy that I receive from him is always that.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not trying to say that he's like a bad influence. It's quite the opposite. It's like very much the opposite of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes that's all you need, dude.
Yeah.
Just have fun.
Like, wake up, man.
This is why this man is referred to as the ray of sunshine, because he is a ray of sunshine.
You just gotta throw it out there, even on them cloudy days. The sun's still there,
Yeah.
Just taking a rest and shit.
Yeah, we just want to invited you on the podcast to like give you your flowers, dude.
Yeah.
God.
Cool guy.
We're trying to show the world what you're about. And
Thank you.
I think we're doing that. So.
Well, you guys are sweet, and I appreciate both of you. But it's been a long time coming, this friendship, I think. There's always been like these random connections between all of us loving music and all of us loving style and all of us loving, certain things that kind of remind us of each other. And I think it's so cool that we all are from such far places and somehow we're all like in one place together.
Yeah.
Now, after so many years, it's crazy to think about.
Because I feel like the first time we actually like hung out was on a podcast. Because I remember meeting you at Raph's birthday, and then, I mean, Raph has been telling me like, hey, you should invite Ray on the podcast, and then we did. And I don't think because I don't think we really hung out before then.
I almost forgot about that until you just said that right now.
Because I remember I just told Raph to like invite you, and then we just did a podcast, and then that's when we started hanging out.
That was.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because I remember you even talked about like, oh, we should make music together, and then
that's how it started.
Yeah.
Oh my God, folks! It starts on a podcast. That's crazy.
Yeah. That was
wow.
like, what, like 2-3 years ago? Probably 3 years ago now.
Yeah. Well, what
that.
birthday was that? That was like.
That was his birthday.
Was that still at the old house?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
at the old crib.
That was your old
That
house.
was like 2019,
Those damn
2020, something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang. Because I do remember meeting you, but it was a party, so we didn't really have time to
Yeah.
talk like that.
2021,
And it was so loud in there.
Yeah. It was like, I feel like meeting somebody in a party is just kind of like, you just pass through each
You're
other.
like,
We're like, yeah, cool. Nice
I'm
meeting
on the
you.
mixer like,
You're like, this is my boy. I'm like, nice to meet you. But nice to meet you.
But yeah. yeah, and then after that, I feel like we just like started hanging out.
The rest is history, folks.
Yeah, made a few songs together.
I mean,
A few.
honestly, I was like, yeah, it makes sense that they. I mean, we all like the same shit. So I was like, you guys, hey, this is Ray, JERiCK.
Yeah,
You know,
It's perfect.
yeah, everybody's pretty cool.
Yeah, we balance each other out, man. You know, it's good. But where did you two meet first? Before,
have we ever talked about this on the podcast?
have you?
I don't know.
I mean, we joke about it all the time,
Yeah.
but like, I don't think you've ever mentioned it on the
Was it-
Have you
podcast.
guys?
It's like, was it your church camp or? I feel like I met you before.
Oh,
I,
was
I,
it
I just
school?
like saying church camp because it
But-
sounds hilarious.
It does.
I
I mean, that's really what it
I
was.
met him
bro.
in high school, but like we didn't really hung out. We just like I just
You
knew
knew a
him.
rap.
So
Yeah.
in high school, there was this, in particular, among the Filipino folks, you know, that go to church. There's this retreat called BLD, and that's where I met most of my Filipino friends. Is being
Okay.
going to that and like meeting, basically the crowd that was here. You know?
Oh, that's what's up, dude.
Mhm.
And that's where I met JERiCK. He was on the, he was
playing
playing
piano.
Look at you, man. He's always had it, bro.
Yeah,
Always
like we
had it.
met in high school, and then
And that was like when I was like, you know, crumping and battling people. Like I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure JERiCK saw me battling at
Oh, God.
King Buffet, right?
Battling
I don't
at
know,
King
maybe.
Buffet.
but
I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
that's too good.
and then I think we started hanging out for like a few times in like college. I think.
Oh wow.
I think
Yeah.
I helped him film like a few videos, like
We
dance
weren't-
videos.
We weren't as close when we were
Oh,
younger,
yeah.
but
I remember
yeah.
those. You were
yeah.
super.
It
cool,
wasn't
but-
until we got older that we like, I guess, became better friends.
Clicked.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't even know how we started hanging out again. Like after college, I think we probably just did a video, right?
Yeah.
Was it when
Yeah.
you did a cool mask video with like the FX and stuff.
I mean, JERiCK was shooting a lot of stuff. I think he was
Oh, I
just
know.
exploring and
He
Yeah,
was taking over the.
like we've always known each other and we kind of into the same things, so we kind of naturally gravitated towards each other.
Yeah.
Nice.
and then
Yeah, all those dance videos from like in my younger days, those are all done by JERiCK. If you guys haven't noticed.
yeah.
Younger days.
So we've known each other for a long time.
Oh.
Yeah,
So what? That's how many years now?
But like probably like 20.
She.
damn, I'm old,
You
dude.
guys met when you-
Yeah, probably 20 years.
Yeah.
Dang, that's what's up, dude.
Yeah.
That's a good friendship.
Um,
Especially if you guys kind of like come back and forth, you know.
yeah, but I feel like that's like how like friendship works, right? Like
Some I feel like. you know.
yeah, because like if you gravitate towards like specific interests, right?
Mhm.
So like if you're interested in like this type of stuff, or like that's how you kind of have like a group of friends.
Yeah.
And then I feel like the reason why we weren't as close when we were younger because like we just like different things.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then like during that time too, I was in a like relationship, so I pretty much like didn't go
Yeah.
out and didn't do anything.
Nice.
But then yeah, right after college, we started hanging out again because I was starting to like vlog and do more videos, and then I was like, oh, rap dances, like maybe we should do like a
Yeah.
dance video.
That's what's
And then that's yeah.
And then we did a couple more dance videos, and then a couple more.
Yeah,
And
and
a
then we
couple
just started
more.
hanging out.
Mm.
And then I invited him to do some YouTube reaction videos. So
Wow.
yeah, and then I started hanging out with you guys because I met
Sheesh.
you through Ref
Yeah.
and all the
Kid and
the
Miss.
homies.
That's
Nice.
crazy.
Um,
I think we're at our
Okay.
7-year mark, 8-year mark, as far as
Are
knowing
we?
you.
Because I met you in 2016, but we didn't really start kicking until like
2017.
17. I feel like.
Which there wasn't that much like after that.
A little bit. A little bit.
Yeah.
Whenever that little dance convention was,
Yeah, that's true.
like I feel like that's when it all switched.
Oh yeah. Ray needed his truck battery jumped.
Mm-hmm.
And I happened to be right there. I was still driving my old Subaru Forester.
We both had silver little whips, which is funny.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh.
hey,
He saved me.
right, now we're here.
It's been a long eventful friendship with this guy and this guy. So
But think about that perspective too. That for like talking about that, how you like pulled up on me and you're like, does he need help or should I just drive away?
yeah, because before that, I just
You know what I mean? Like you
I
didn't
just
have
used to
stop.
see him in class. Like he used to take my dance class, and like he was there, like just always such good energy, always excited to be there.
Yeah.
And I was
Good
like,
noodle.
oh, he just probably needs a jump. I was like, let me go over there.
Yeah.
Michelle was in my car.
Yeah. Shout out, Michelle.
Yeah, shout out, what the hell, Michelle.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember first meeting you guys, like, or first, like, just, like, started hanging out with you guys. Like, it was, like, a feeling that I wasn't, like, used to. Because everybody was just, like, super, like, kind and... I don't know if kind's the right word, but it's, like...
I mean, it is,
like,
but
open, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Because, you know, like, I
We
had...
were sweeties, so we're sweeties.
Yeah, so I like started hanging out with you guys. I'm like, huh, like this is interesting.
I was giving Jared these big ass hugs. He was like,
Yeah, I'm just like, this
Like,
is a
come
little
here.
comfortable.
Ray's like, what's up, cool guy? Come over here.
Yeah, and then we were like, oh man, like when we said bye, I'm like, oh, I love you. I'm like, oh, thanks.
I'm like, I said, love ya.
Yeah, it was just like I
Again.
wasn't like used to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of my friends growing up just like didn't really express that kind of stuff, so it was very
Express your feelings,
foreign.
folks.
Yeah, very foreign
Yeah.
for me.
It is, our friend group is a little different, I would say, than most people's.
Yeah,
And
It's the dancer in us too.
yeah, I think majority of us are dancers and artists, so like we're a little more I guess vulnerable than the average. I don't know what the
Yeah.
word is.
yeah,
But we all know how it feels to like,
emotional, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like because the artists are very emotional people.
right.
So,
Very emotional.
Yeah.
Like super tapped in, bro.
Yeah.
Super tapped in. Yeah.
But yeah, it was just like a different perspective that I saw. I'm just like, huh, I need to like get used to this because
Yeah.
you should be able to express how you feel, and you should be able to like receive good feelings. you
Yeah,
know?
why not, man? Your shirt's fucking dope, bro. I love your fucking hat. It looks
Yeah,
amazing.
and it's
Your
just
purple
like-
looks great on you, bro. You know,
Purple's my favorite color now.
I can tell, man. Look at the place, man. That's really good aura. That's
Yeah,
some
you-
crown chakra energy, man.
Yeah, it used to be red, and then now I feel like
that's grand
purple is
I like
purple's my
that.
favorite.
I like that.
But yeah, I'm just grateful to have you guys in my life. You know.
Oh, dude, we're grateful for you.
Um,
I'm grateful for you, JERiCK.
but yeah,
I'm seeing.
I love it. I love it. The world gets to see it in action. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And we're holding back, folks. We're all a little camera shy. You
And
know?
by camera shy, I mean camera shy.
That guy.
You guys are so funny, man. Honestly, okay, since we're on the topic of like positivity and perspective, I'm gonna start with Rafi.
Oh God.
What is like a trick that you would like tell the folks or share with us that help you in your times of stress or not being positive?
Oh my God. Laughter.
Okay, that's
That is, dude. I don't know if that is just like if that's become like my way of dealing with trauma, but that sounds harsh, but like I'm just saying in general, for me, when I'm going through a stressful time, I just try not to forget to laugh because there's something always funny about life. No matter
Oh, yeah.
how
Oh, yeah.
terrible the news you just received, it's just like, that's fucking hilarious, dude. Like, of course, it happens at this time when I'm also dealing with this, and this also happened, and I also need this. Like, that's hilarious. Like, it kind of helps me just push through because what other perspective am I gonna have? You know what I mean? Like,
when you say laughter, like, are you thinking about like the stuff that you see on social media that is funny, or
the
it-
situation being funny. Like,
I think it's
share a story with us, Raph.
yeah?
I mean, right now is a perfect example. You know, like
Yeah.
literally just talking to you is fucking hilarious. Like,
I know, with the little mics. Look at this.
and it's the little things that remind me, like, oh yeah, life is so fucking funny, dude. Like,
Yeah, it is.
That's
Yeah.
just, you just gotta take it as it is. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
dwelling on the negative has never done me any good. So I try not to put myself through that. You know what I mean? Like the most stressful time, at least lately, like not when I was younger, but as I've gotten older and I've learned how to navigate and manage on when I can be emotional, when it's good for me, and when I need to repress and just keep it moving forward because I'm wired differently or wired as a man who's supposed to suppress a little bit of that. You know what I mean?
Wow,
So
yeah.
because you're supposed to use it as motivation too, to like use it and redirect it towards growth. So I try to just see it from that perspective, laughter and just redirecting those negative moments into, I guess, call it self growth or
Yeah, because I mean, you can use that as a fuel. Like anything that you're going through, kind of
Right.
just to keep you moving forward.
right.
So yeah, I mean that's a really good one though, because like sometimes when I watch, like, I mean I love like self-development stuff, but
Don't we all?
I also listen to a lot of like nonsense podcasts too.
Oh,
Like
bro.
one of my favorite ones is Bobby Lee. Like he's just funny.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's just hilarious. So like
Yeah.
you're just like, I'm just every time I listen to it, it's just like, oh, I'm just having fun and like
Right.
funny, you know. Because for me, when I like, how do I get to that good perspective,
Yeah.
or how do I get that good feeling? Like when I feel heavy and when I feel sad, I like to listen to like music,
Okay.
like certain types of music.
Yeah. What's your favorite, man?
I don't know. It just depends on my mood. Like if I feel like I need to like release some like
Yeah.
emotions, I listen to like more like slower music.
Okay.
Like you know, I don't. I like, because I love I love like live performances.
Yeah.
So like
dude, me
I love
too.
like singers that can actually sing,
Fuck, yeah.
and like musicians that can actually play instruments. So those are the type of like stuff that I
wow.
would listen to.
Okay.
Yeah, like the other day,
I love that.
like Christina Aguilera just released her 25th anniversary of her
Yeah.
first album.
I heard about that. She's
I was like,
killing
25 years? I'm like, damn.
it. That's a long time, bro.
We're old.
We're old, and she's been killing it for
Yeah.
that long. That's what's crazy.
And then she did like live versions of her like really popular songs. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, like I can really vibe with this.
Yeah, because it sounds so different. It sounds so raw. So
Yeah, like it doesn't sound like an actual like album recording.
Yeah.
It was like there was actually like people singing in the background.
Oh,
she's
wow.
she's the
So many
type of
different
artist that
instruments.
shines in that environment.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like actual raw.
She's fired.
And
vocals.
she can actually like sing.
Right, that's
So it was amazing.
Oh no, I love that.
Yeah.
I'll have to go check that
It's
out.
sorry. I didn't mean to giggle earlier. It just, you talking about that made me think about the shit that I listen to. Because sometimes, bro, I literally have on my title, I have a playlist of like soundtracks from movies and shows and
Yeah.
anime. Like sometimes I just listen to that stuff because like, okay, let me give you an example. This is so fucking funny to me, but it's so dope. But sometimes when I drive, like I won't even put like dubstep or hip hop. Obviously, you guys know I'm a hip hop
Yeah.
addict.
You like hip hop?
Yeah, no way, dude. Really couldn't tell. Like, but sometimes like I'm playing like soundtracks because I really
Yeah.
like strings.
Oh, like
Like,
instrumentals.
yeah, like epic orchestral stuff.
Give us some examples.
Castro.
Like battles, like literally fight music from Naruto, bro. Like.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? Where it has like strings and then
Yeah.
there's like a lot of nice Japanese instruments that you don't normally hear, and it's like
Yeah.
little touches like that. I'm like, dude, this sounds epic. Or like the Dark Knight theme song.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, just play it while you're driving. See if you don't feel like a goddamn superhero.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna try that. Yeah, because
Okay.
I remember when I was in college, when
Yeah.
when I used to like do homework and study,
Yeah.
like I would listen to like soundtracks too, because it's just like strings, so it's very like,
Like just appreciating a
Yeah.
composition, you know what I mean? Like,
and it was very relaxing too, because there's no lyrics, so you're not like overwhelmed with
Yeah.
like so many different things. It's just like sitting in the background.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, that's dope. Because like I listen to like
like
movie
that.
soundtracks too, and like
Yeah.
I love musical stuff just because like I like
Yeah.
singing and all that.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
I wanna
this is
see
one
it.
song that I like really like.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
if you guys know that movie, The Greatest Showman.
Yeah.
I don't think I know that.
I freaking hated it, but continue.
You hated it? I fucking love that movie.
I'm not.
And I've never seen it. So.
I'm just not a fan of musicals, so I wouldn't be the right guy to talk
yeah,
to. You know?
but like there was like this one song in there. It's called like A Million Dreams. Every time I hear it, it's freaking. It gives me like
it gets ya.
Like,
it
gives me goosebumps. I'm like, damn, this is like,
Damn.
it's like really hitting.
All right, folks, here it is.
And like sometimes, like, man, I wish I could make songs like these, but like, it's just like so different that I'm like, I don't know if I would, dive into that.
I like the orchestra stuff.
Dang. Well, you're gonna have to show it to me, bro.
Yeah,
Because I love all types of music like that. Honestly, music is a good tool. I think.
Ray has shown me so much good music. That's one of my favorite things about you. But
that's true.
I don't know, like I was already listening to bass music before I met you, but you like meeting you was like, dude, there's way more shit out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was just like, oh, okay. And then, naturally over the years of our friendship, he just shared so many artists, music. And that just helps me appreciate music and life just in general, because it's like gaining new perspectives almost,
Yeah, no, seriously. And seeing what people can do with what they have, music is so broad and people use it for so many things.
Yeah.
To excite us, to calm us down, to help us release, to help us communicate or whatever. But that's like a amazing tool, I think.
Yeah. And I do like notice that in like specific type of music have given me like specific types of feeling.
Exactly.
So depending on my mood, I listen to that.
Right.
Like if you want to get hype, like listen to like hype music,
Oh yeah.
And then if you want to just like chill and relax, like you.
I think Ray was the first person I met that was listening to like healing frequencies. You know what I mean? And I'm like, at first you're like, that's fucking weird, and then eventually I'm like, why the fuck aren't I listening to that shit? Like,
yeah, it's so
that's so stupid. Like you actually need that. You know what I mean?
Do need it.
Yeah.
And I use it for sleep, folks, which is so funny that you're saying that.
Yeah, dude.
Because I use that when I'm not feeling positive.
Yeah, I've actually listened. Like I've made some like
It's crazy.
frequency music too, and I haven't listened to him as much. But yeah, when I used to like listen to it, I was just like super relaxed. I was like, oh, then this actually works.
That's why it's so good for bed, man.
Do you think if we record like my cat purring and then just like loop that, can that be like a thing?
Yeah, it's on YouTube already.
Cat
Shout out
first.
YouTube.
I mean, okay, so apparently when a cat lays on you and it starts purring, it's purring at a frequency that is like helping regenerate your cells, bro. Like
Really?
they literally purr on a healing frequency.
Yeah.
That's a cool thing I found out about cats. I was like, I always just thought it meant that they were like having a good time. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I'm sure they are.
They're healing me, bro. Of course they're having a ball.
But yeah, speaking of music though, Ray put me on some like freaking bass music too. I remember going to your you played at Mask. That was the first time I actually experienced bass music how I wanted to experience it.
That's the first
because
time you heard
Raph tried to get me into it before, and I was just like, this is just noise. Like, I don't know. But that was before I took my first.
We literally have videos of him making dance videos of me with like Mr. Carmack, Troy Boy. Like, it wasn't until later, specifically when he met you, that for whatever reason my messages weren't getting through.
Well, I think it was mostly the shrooms too.
I don't know what you're trying to say, JERiCK.
But you did put me on shrooms, so I guess you can get credit for that.
I think too, it might have been at a later time where you were kind of either more curious about the music or more ready to understand it.
Yeah.
Because when you like something, you just don't like other stuff. And
yeah, because I remember, because I was already making music by then. Mm-hmm. So I already made my first album. It was like more like pop R&B. Mm-hmm. And then I remember that night, I just decided to take shrooms. I was just like, I don't want to drink. I just want shrooms. And
the currency show.
Yeah. And then I remember you playing, I don't even know what the fuck you were playing. But I was, honestly, I was like so blown away. I was just like, what
no, dude, that
fuck?
was, JERiCK's face was like so hilarious because he was just like, what the fuck is this?
Bro,
like, honestly,
I made a set for that.
I haven't I feel like I haven't experienced. I feel like that's the only experience I've had that I was like so blown away
Yes.
by like a DJ. I'm just like, damn, like this, like
Wait,
this.
talking about him?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, obviously, like I enjoy like a lot of the DJs that we watch now, but
Right.
it was like just that experience itself. I was like
feel it.
experiencing it for the first time, and then I was like, "What the fuck is that noise, dude?" Like I was like, I've never heard shit like that before.
Oh my God, I gotta
like
find the song.
like I honestly, I don't know what you were playing.
I've only seen this JERiCK approval face one other time. At least from my perspective, I've only seen it one other time, and it was I think the first time I played at Bluebird, and you were there.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I remember
And
that too.
I just remember watching your face, and I was like, "Wow, my boy is genuinely enjoying this. Like, I feel good because
I love that.
you know."
Yeah,
Well, thank you.
because I
for
mean, it
saying
takes a
that.
lot for me to like be really like.
That's what I'm saying. Like to get a reaction from
Right.
JERiCK, I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay."
I remember that.
So,
you like that
so
shit, my guy.
if you get that like Thiz face from me, then you're doing something right.
I just remember being on stage and seeing him really have a good time. I'm like, that's what's up.
Yeah,
I never get to see JERiCK in
my
that
boy.
light. So
yeah, and it was just like I've never heard something like that before, so it was very.
Oh man.
And then like I remember that night too, I was thinking to myself like, this is the stuff I want to do. Like I want to make electronic music. I want to
Yeah.
DJ.
Yes.
I
And
remember
that night was good, man.
I was mixing everything from like rap to dubstep to fucking reggaeton, and he just saw me like navigate through like 90s hip hop, and then all of a sudden I was playing some reggaeton shit that matched for some reason, and then back to like some heady dubstep. You know what I mean? Like it just, I think it helped him see how much more possibilities are like out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
how you could really blend music and how many of these different genres actually can tie in together. It's
Yeah.
so crazy.
Right.
That's why every time I like make a set too, like I always try to mix it up. Like I don't try to stay too much in like one specific genre,
Yeah.
just because if I'm bored, then the audience probably bored too. So
Right.
I'd like to just kind of like play around and and then like I would like to have like surprises. Like when I
Yeah.
like do like really heavy stuff, I always like the next song is always like super like chill.
Chill or melty.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Dude, sets have different purpose. Sometimes you make a set for yourself just so you can listen to some shit you want to
Exactly.
listen to. Sometimes you want to showcase the shit that you've been hearing to your friends. Sometimes you record a set because, oh shit, we got a gig 2 weeks from now, and I gotta have some. Like, there's different purposes for making a set. You know what I mean?
No, for real.
So
Yeah.
It's good, man.
How about you, Ray? What do you do? When
we just got caught on talking about music.
Which is good, man, because music helps you stay positive, rearrange the way you feel on the inside.
Yeah,
you
it's a
know?
huge part
So,
of, our friend group.
Yeah, to
all
be
different
honest,
artists.
I love that we all love music and we all love different kinds of music, you know? But what I really like to use on top of like those healing frequencies and, you know, stuff that just sounds kind of like rain all night or anything that's calming, like during the day, if I'm going to the gym or specifically at the gym or like going on the way to work, if I'm not in the mood at all, I play motivational things, but that I find on SoundCloud, and it's kind of like a speech or it's more of like motivational talk, you know, because I feel like in our minds, we're really loud. Like right now we're all talking, but I'm sure we can all be thinking of different things and stuff just because as humans we have that capacity to do it. But when I'm not in the mood or like my energy's low or maybe I'm not thinking as positive about it or being as grateful, I put on something that reminds me to be grateful. And I find this one and I don't even know. That's why I'm going to use my phone real quick because I think it's called No Excuses.
is it like a song?
No, it's just like a little motivational speech, and it's some guy pretty much saying like the excuses that you make for yourself are lies. The excuses that you tell yourself constantly are lies. Like, I'm not qualified enough, that's a lie. You're too tired, that's a lie. I can't make it on time, that's a lie. I possibly couldn't be doing this because that's a lie. Like, he's pretty much saying like all these excuses you make are just lies that you tell yourself that you actually end up believing so that you're comfortable with it. You know what I mean? And it's something that always helps me, like, just get on that freaking treadmill. Just get and go lift those weights. like go and get out of the house because I might be tired, but I still have legs. I might be tired, but I can afford a gym membership, or I'm too tired, but I have a car that can drive me to A to B.
This is perfect. I'm going to a gym after.
You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, you can make an excuse about it, but some people, they're not making an excuse. They're getting on the bus and going downtown through it. They're not making an excuse. They're walking from A to B. They're not making an excuse. They're whatever it needs.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just feeling like when I listen to those things, I can't hear anything else. I can't hear me being, oh man, I'm so tired. I can't hear like, oh, that guy's killing it over there. Or I can't hear like whatever my mind wants to tell me. I can't hear it over me blasting this positive thing in my mind. And if you don't blast your mind with like positive stuff, you'll think about whatever you're, you know, intaking or experiencing.
Yeah, that's actually how I start my day, actually.
You know?
Every time, like, when I wake up, when I do, like, morning stretches and meditation, I always have my headphones on, either positive affirmation or, like, positive, like, motivational stuff. Just because I feel like it makes my start of the day kind of already, like, on a high level.
Right.
So it's like it just kind of like builds that momentum
Right.
for like a better day. And yeah, like I try not to miss it, and I've honestly been really good at it. Like even like some days I'm just like, I don't want to fucking stretch, bro.
Right.
Like, but I was like, you know what, it only takes 20 minutes, it's fine.
Right.
You know,
And you have 20 minutes. We all have 20 minutes.
Exactly.
You know
like,
what I mean?
what am I gonna do for that 20 minutes? I'm just gonna lay down here and
You're
do
either
nothing?
laying down, scrolling, taking too long in the bathroom, whatever.
Exactly.
You know, we waste 20 minutes on everything, making food, standing there, like, you know what I mean? And not to say not to chill or, you know, to take your time doing things, but we always have extra time to be positive. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many.
You got to balance it out.
Yeah, there is, you know? Like, I don't know, man. I guess the perspective and the positivity comes from, I don't want to say within, but it's that self-talk at the end of the day that's always going to do it for you. And when I have somebody self-talking to me, it creates a self-talk for me.
Yeah.
Like this guy might be speaking into my ears and that's not my voice, but it becomes my voice in my head for that moment.
I really wonder about, you know, because they say like not everyone has an inner monologue. And I really wonder if that's true sometimes.
I feel like they do.
Other people.
I don't think so. I don't think that's
Like, what do you mean monologue?
Like an
when
inner
you're talking
monologue,
to yourself.
like when you're talking to yourself.
How can they not though?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just called thoughts,
that's
right?
like that's.
Or am I tripping?
You guys are making it sound like I sound like a dummy. Right? I'm just saying in general. That's like that's what they say in general.
But that's
What,
crazy.
they say that they don't?
No, there's a lot of people that claim they don't have an inner monologue.
Nah, I mean,
That's crazy.
I mean, you could say that, but how do you really know? Is what I'm trying to say.
yeah. Like I feel like there's no way to prove it, but then maybe they're just like ignoring it.
Or they don't know that they don't know.
Yeah, like
Or they can just.
sometimes we're just so oblivious to something that you're just
Dang.
like, if you're thinking, you have inner monologue.
Right.
Like if you're thinking about something, that's inner monologue basically. Maybe they don't necessarily like talk
Do
to
you mean
themselves.
like, other voice they hear. That's like their voice cheering them.
It's like people that say that their inner monologue isn't even their voice. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I don't know. Like I'm not a scientist, so like I can't prove that. But
I don't know.
I don't know. Like that doesn't seem like very factual. But I mean, if some people say that they don't, then fuck it. Who am I to say that they don't?
Right. Who knows? That's a trippy thing to think about if they don't have an inner monologue.
Maybe they're just like not like self-aware.
Right.
Because I feel like I wasn't really paying attention to what I was thinking until like I got a little bit older.
Right.
You know, like I feel like you just kind of go.
you're saying more like as a kid, you don't really think.
Yeah, I feel like you just do things autopilot, right? Like you're just kind of like going by and then reacting to whatever happens.
Yeah, you're like,
But then like once you get more mature and older,
ooh, we're mature folks.
yeah, I'm a mature guy. I feel like you pay attention to that more on like how you react to things.
Yeah.
Your specific like perspective in life. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like that's probably what they're kind of saying, that they're just like not, I guess, paying attention to what they're thinking.
Maybe. That'd be kind of trippy
But
though.
I don't know. Like,
You
not
gotta
having
pay attention, man.
inner monologue.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing. Like shit.
Maybe
if-
some
if
people
I'm just like,
shouldn't have an inner monologue.
like
you know?
maybe if I just have a blank thing in my like, if I'm not thinking at all, maybe that's a better way of doing it.
Trying to not think of like one single thing right now.
I can't. Because if I'm doing that, then I'm
You're
thinking about not thinking. Exactly.
He's like, don't think, don't think. Don't think.
But you're thinking, don't
Yeah.
I feel like you just have to feel something in there, and then like you said, like if you listen to positive motivation, affirmation, then that's better than
I think,
listening to bullshit. Right?
I think that's why I like being around water or hearing like a body of water.
Right.
Cause I feel like I can focus on that instead of my brain always thinking something. I'm just like,
Yeah.
damn, these waves sound so awesome. You know what I mean? Or the water sounds so good.
Calms you down.
Yeah. Instead of my mind being like, hey, yeah, your credit card bill is coming up, and
Yeah, even
that.
with like music too, like the soundtracks.
Yeah.
When it's just like instrumentals,
I love
it's
that.
just very calming and relaxing because there's no lyrics, so there's no actual like words or meaning to it. You
I'm
can
telling you, play some
Yeah, you-
soundtracks while you drive, bro.
Um,
You'll feel like a superhero in your fucking car. I'm telling you. But please drive safely.
Oh my goodness. Link below.
link below to my phone.
Oh my goodness.
I'm on title, and we shouting you out because one of y'all need to sponsor my boy. All right.
But yeah. Anyways, what were we talking about?
We're talking about positive and our tools to be positive. You know,
Yeah,
if I want to top the cherry off on self-talk,
Please do.
go for it.
what's funny is you can always tell yourself whatever you want to say. So like when you go into the store and it's kind of like nerve-wracking, or when you're going into class, or when you're going into dance class, or when you're going to the gym, or when you're going to school, or when you're going to I don't know, a girlfriend's parents' house, or anything that might seem scary, you know, you always tell yourself if it's going to be a good time or not. Tell yourself it's going to be a good time before anything happens. Tell yourself you're going to enjoy the place. Tell yourself this is going to be funner than not. Tell yourself that these people are happy I'm coming. Tell yourself that this place is better because I'm here. Tell yourself that I'm better because I showed up today. Tell yourself that all you had to do was show up and just do whatever you can when you get there. You know, like any little positive talk before you start anything. And I tell my students this all the time because I teach dance, yeah, if you didn't know, that they need to be positive in their mind instead of thinking I'm going to mess up, or I don't look good, or this person's killing it next to me harder. That does not matter. If you're worried about it, it's going to matter. But
Yeah.
you have to focus on the good things. I was like, man, am I going to sound dumb on this podcast? No, it's actually going to be so fun, right? Be like, are we going to, you know, talk about something like, who cares? It's going to be an enjoyable process. You always want to be on a podcast. Like, always trick your mind into seeing how it's going to be great. You know what I mean? I honestly wanted to show up in like some sweats and a sweater today, and I was like, that's not going to make me feel good. If I know myself, what's going to make me feel good? Wear something maybe I've never worn before.
Yeah.
All right, go out and get it, even if it's a little cold. You know what I'm saying? But it switches my perspective to I feel good, even if I'm kind of getting over being sick or getting over a certain, you know, mental block. Like, make yourself feel better, you know, whatever you can. Because,
Yeah.
you know, even just that outfit itself seems so like, I'm going to be here just like,
Yeah,
getting through
it's just
it.
like be
You know?
intentional. You
But
know,
that's
like
what I'm saying. Be
always
intentional.
always put your best foot forward, and that's how I kind of like want to live that's how I
Right.
like live my life. Just like everything you do, like just put a little bit of extra to it. You know, like
Right.
if you want to be extraordinary, then don't be ordinary.
Right.
It's like it's that simple. Be extra. You know,
Right.
because I feel like a lot of people wanting all these achievements or things
Yeah.
or whatever, but then they're
Yeah.
not willing to put that extra stuff into, you know.
Right.
You gotta put the extra sauce in there. You know what I
Right.
mean?
The extra
Like,
sauce, man.
you can't be extraordinary if you're ordinary. So,
Right.
yeah. So I totally agree with you. Like, just always have that positive kind of, you know,
Yeah.
Like if I'm doing this, if I'm doing this podcast, and if though like, oh, I just got over my sickness, I'm like,
Right.
but you know what? I'm gonna fucking show up anyways and like, you know, do my best.
Right. Or you could have made an excuse and been like,
exactly.
hey, boys, I'm not feeling too good. Let's do that next week, which I could have done that as well. And I was kind of
Yeah.
telling you guys, like, hey, just so you know, I'm not feeling too good, but I still want to be here.
Yeah, because honestly, I was like, because I've been very consistent since I started.
Yeah.
I've had 19 episodes so far. Haven't missed yet.
Am I the 20th?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Darn.
And you guys have known each other 20 years.
There you go. It's
my
all
God.
it's all numbers.
It's my 20th birthday tomorrow.
Tip that girl $20.
When? Today?
No, at the Thai restaurant.
There you go.
I'm just kidding. Getting lost in the numbers.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's yeah, because I could have made an excuse too. I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's okay to miss one episode. But then I'm just like,
And that's the lie
yeah,
that you were trying to get yourself to
because
believe.
I was like, it's only one day a week. Like I can't show up one day a week. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
when you show up for so many other things.
exactly.
You know?
Side topic, quick side topic.
Side note.
I just, because you guys were talking about the like listening to positive affirmations and
Yeah.
what a great voice to be on something like that. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Like just right now when you had your little spiel, I was like, dude, if you just clip this and put it on some like odd, like somewhere where you could listen, like on Spotify, like there's your positive message for the day right there. However long that 2-minute thing that he said, like there's like a thing right there that you can upload already.
yeah.
And
Thank
same
you.
for you. Like I don't know if I'm just bringing it up because you guys mentioned it. I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, you guys could have literally those things where
I
you
wonder if you could do like release a song like that, where
like an album of you just saying positive shit.
Is
you
it
know what I mean?
basically like kind of like a spoken word?
I
with
guess.
like an instrumental in the background. And like,
I
does
mean,
that count as a
knowing
song?
your ass, you'd add some piano on the
Yeah.
background. So
Like, is
yeah.
that a song or is that like does that
know.
count as a song?
Well, is a song, what is a song? You know?
Man,
Yeah.
it's
But
true. If people
whatever
upload instrumentals, all the
whatever
time,
that's
That's,
called,
you know.
whatever that's called, I feel like you guys.
that might actually be cool.
But
And
that's
there's
what
a
I'm
lot,
saying.
dude.
Like, you guys would actually sound good doing something like that.
And there's so many, bro.
Maybe
You don't see yourself doing
I
that?
know. I was just gonna say maybe me too. Like, you know what I mean? So,
This guy's super. He's on it. He's on it.
I'm just saying because you guys were talking
Just
about
being
it, and
a
I was
sweetie.
like, "You're doing it right now." Like literally, what
Yeah.
you're saying on the mic at the moment.
Maybe
Like,
we'll release like a little EP where it's just like spoken word.
we just talking shit, but like super positive and
Yeah.
like inspiring people.
And it's like that, you know. There's so many different kinds of those, and some people just do. I am beautiful. I am worthy. I am a millionaire. I
yeah, and
am
instead it's
amazing.
like Ray.
I
It's
am-
Ray's voice, like, "Bro, you look so good today. The outfit's on point."
right. And, you know, but there's that one guy on freaking Instagram that's like, I look magnificent today. I'm restful. You know, like he's just
Exactly.
like saying the same things, but like in a funny way. And I
Yeah.
appreciate that because so many people will react differently to everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes I need those people that are just like straight up telling
that
me
might
like
be
you're
an untapped
not.
market. You know what I
True.
mean?
You
That
might be onto something.
And then there's some people that just need it in a funny way and delivered in a way that it makes them smile. And it's like, you know what? I am
They just need
graceful.
a positive
You know, like, it's funny,
voice
bro.
speaking. They
There
just
you
need
go.
to hear a positive.
Right.
We can do an EP like that where it's just spoken word.
Oh, I'm down, baby.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I'm down, baby.
Fuck it, yeah. Put it on the list.
Man.
And you know what happened after the last podcast? You guys.
Actually, I
Please
don't.
hold us accountable. Like
Yeah.
ask us if we didn't do it by then.
Yeah, somebody
Yeah, call
say
us out.
something.
Yeah, call us out.
That's going to be our Christmas
Christmas.
Christmas gift to y'all.
The Christmas special.
The holiday special.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
It is a good one.
that's a good idea.
You know?
actually. Like fuck it. Like why not?
Yeah.
Track 3. Damn, girl, those pants look good on you.
Okay. Since we're being funny right now and positive, Raph, what would be one word that you would want yourself to see every day in the mirror? Something that you think is positive to you that you would appreciate seeing every day.
One word.
Yeah.
One
just
word?
one.
Right now,
Yeah.
consistency.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
And to me, that just reminds me that I need to try to be consistent with everything that I'm doing as much as possible, whether that's going to the gym or waking up at a certain time so I can have more time to do stuff that needs to be done. Just everything. Consistency on trying to eat better, consistency on setting time aside for growth, and not being too caught up on what do you call it when you unload stress, de-stressing, whatever that's called.
De-stressing.
But just consistency. I think for me, that's the word I would pick right now.
Okay.
Because that's
Nice.
my biggest
I like
goal.
that.
I like that.
Is to be consistent on everything that I need to be consistent about.
And that'll help you feel positive throughout the
Right,
day.
right, exactly.
Right. Okay. I like that. I think I'm gonna pick the word worthy.
Ooh, I like that.
I like that too.
And it only came to me when you were saying something, and I don't even know why. And I was gonna pick something corny like beautiful, but you know, you got to tell yourself
like
that
that.
every day. But I think worthy is such a good word because we are also worthy of so many different things. And if we don't constantly remind ourselves that whatever we feel we're worthy for, we're not, it's never gonna come.
That's true.
You know, and I only say that because it just kind of
Yeah.
like came through my brain thinking like I am worthy of the love that I have, and I'm so worthy that my family's kind to me, and I'm so worthy that I have friends like you all, and I'm so worthy that I'm a stylish person. I'm so worthy that whatever I can think of, you know, but I'm just so worthy.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be the name of the series.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just, that word right now just kind of like came through my brain as you were saying that, but it makes so much sense to tell yourself that you are worthy because you are, you know. So
Yeah, I like that a lot because I resonate with it too because I can relate. Sometimes I feel like I'm not, you know?
right, and believing that keeps you from that full belief that you are.
Yeah, because I go in and out with it. I'm just like, oh man, I'm like, I deserve all this.
And so do we, man.
And then
Like,
it's just like
we
some
all
days
do.
are just like, fuck. Some days are just tough.
Right.
Yeah, and you forget.
But even if you're tired, you're still worthy. Even
Yeah.
if you're not where you want to be,
Some
you're
days,
still worthy.
some days is what makes you work harder.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I
then,
mean?
like,
Sometimes it has the opposite effect.
That's the
you know?
thing too. Is like
Exactly.
for me, when I rest, I
Yes.
feel guilty, and like I need to stop doing that. Like I need
Right.
to be like.
Because then it's not even enjoyable. You're
Exactly.
like messing with
Like
your own rest.
I'm already like stressed because
Like, I got
I'm
anxiety
actually
about
like
resting,
resting.
yeah.
Exactly.
You should
So
just
it's
be
like
chilling,
freaking like
yeah.
what am I doing here?
Right.
So yeah, I do get that. So yeah, I like that a lot. I think for me, I would say patience.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
for somebody that
Young grasshopper.
Oh, well, that's very zen of you.
Yeah.
Eric.
Zen.
it's not
Hashtag toast.
yeah,
zen.
I think it's just like the patience of like especially that I think about the future a lot and what's to come. Like I just need to be like patient, like oh, things are gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Even though things are rough,
Right.
like things are it's just gonna be fine, you know? And
I like that. I like that. Consistency, patience.
yeah. And then like try not to overreact to things too. Like I guess
By being patient.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess there's like I don't know, like there's some multiple meaning to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or multiple ways of using patience, right? So like not
Yeah.
reacting to things or you're just patiently waiting for things.
Right.
So yeah.
I like that. See?
Send him that song, that patience song. You know the one.
Oh yes.
There's this
Wait.
song called Patience that we love.
That's my
It has-
Revolution. They're my fave. And
No,
the-
it's Damian Marley.
oh, those are the two that we always confuse. Remember?
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, listen to them both.
Okay.
Because the patience that I was thinking had like the purple background. It kind of reminded me of what's going
Oh,
on.
I thought we were talking about the Damian Marley.
And that's why I looked
song.
at you, and then you were like
Oh.
patience, so then it confirmed my own thought. Sorry, but we'll link below.
But yeah.
I like Ray had some really. He only asked a few questions, but they were really good questions.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well,
Yeah, Mr. Ray.
well, I'm only asking them to just keep the topics alive in
Yeah.
our minds, and then kind of just in the viewers' ears,
Yeah.
'cause-
I mean I like all those.
Yeah.
Like I
Me
like
too.
everybody's words.
You guys are. This is what our friendship looks like. You guys got to see a little bit of what our friendship looks like
Yeah,
on
that's
camera
true.
today.
except we're not eating right now.
Right. That's literally.
There's a lot of deep talks and then there's also a lot of nonsense.
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah,
But
you guys
that's
got to see a
just
little
part
bit
of
of
it.
everything.
Like,
I'm flipping
freaking,
napkins.
you can't have deep talks without the nonsense, right? So
Like if they went on a hike with us, that's what they would see.
that's true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or we're all being quiet, or I'm playing music and Raf's telling me not to play music, or he's playing music. But it's fun. We should actually, this is random, but we should try and do a podcast on a hike.
Is it possible to even record on a hike?
Well, obviously, with something a little bit more portable, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying like that would give it that,
Yeah.
I
I mean, it's possible.
The
It's
real,
just like
the real experience.
you just gotta
Dun, dun,
bring
dun.
stuff. Yeah.
Well, I'm down, man. I got a little backpack.
Yeah, look, we just can't do it while we're hiking
Yeah.
because we're gonna be.
Oh, God.
Maybe do one of those special episodes.
Yeah.
Or maybe one of these days where we go camping, and there's like a campfire going. We can
Okay.
do a
That'd be cool, too.
podcast.
Yeah.
I would love that. but
Imagine
then
doing a podcast. There's a campfire, and you're like, what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We really got to be careful then.
Yeah, that's true.
Set it up and the whole thing. Camping's good. Camping's good.
But yeah, I think that's pretty good for this episode. Any other last thoughts, last words?
I think we'll start with you, JERiCK.
Oh man, I don't have any last words. Yeah, stay positive. That's
Really?
my last.
That's all you got for the people?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I feel like that should be always be repeated.
Yeah.
Stay positive.
Stay positive.
Stop focusing on the problems and start focusing on the solution.
Okay.
That sounds like a great ad.
Yeah.
Love that.
Okay. I like
Yeah.
that. Raphael?
Oh, I thought we were going. You.
Oh, are we going in order? I was trying to bounce them off.
No,
back
I'm
and
trying
forth.
to
I-
come up with more time so I can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I guess last words, or one of the words, I just want to say thanks to, JERiCK and Rafi for having me here and just collectively deciding to
Thank
have
you
me
to
on the
JERiCK.
show. Yeah, thank you to JERiCK. Woo, give it for JERiCK. Amazing. I'm grateful to be here. And I chose to be grateful to be here. And I want to remind just everybody or anybody that's listening that it's easier said than done to be positive, and it's easier to say that you want to listen to something and it's going to excite you, or to count your blessings and you're still not going to be feeling the problems or whatever. But it's almost just a reminder to continue to smile and be happy no matter what the situation is, even if you are hurting from it, or even if you are not where you want to be. You trick that positivity and that thinking into being okay where you are and being happy there as well, because probably a year before, two, or when you were little, you wanted to be in that spot, even if not in that way. So just remind yourself, no matter how hard or easy the day is, that it's gonna get better, and every situation always turns, and everything that you're going through is just a phase. Anything that'll help you get through it, you just say that as many times as you need to, and just, keep doing your best, pretty much. And it's gonna look different every day, so just be okay with that as well.
Yeah, I just want to add to that too. Every little step matters.
Right.
Because if you're in a very dark, heavy place, it's hard to get out of it. Just like you
of
can't go
course.
from 0 to 100 and like just flip it like that.
Right.
But every little step, all the advice that we were giving, like watch a funny video, listen to music. That's like a little,
Go outside,
like little step that will like you get a little bit better
Right.
every time you do this. So like if you're consistent with it, make that part of your routine. Be
Yeah.
positive, like
Right.
do some sort of like whatever you want to do, meditation, like any ritual you want to do,
Yeah.
like make that part of your routine and be consistent, because that's gonna compound into like one day you're just gonna wake up and just like feeling so much better,
Right.
Through
the consistency and through the
Exactly.
patience.
Yep, that you're worthy.
Exactly.
Wow.
Period.
All right. Well,
Can't drop
I
this
guess I
mic.
gotta. I know. I think mine.
Raphael.
Mine will be choose to see the good. Choose to see the good in your daily situation. Choose to see the good when the bad times are going on. Choose to see the good in what you are able to do, and you know, choose to see the good when everything is going through shit and it feels like the whole world is against you, because you know it only feels like that because you're living the moment. So if you choose to see the good, then you'll learn to take a step back. It'll be easier to appreciate and be grateful about the good things that are going on. Like, we're not getting bombed right now at this second is probably a good feeling to have. You know, having comfort in knowing that, hey, I'm going to be able to eat tomorrow because there's money in my bank account. You know what I mean? Like, choose to see the good.
Choose to see the good. I love that.
Yeah.
Timestamp it, JERiCK.
It's all about perspective, you know?
Perspective.
Yeah.
And shifting your perspective. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So.
Yeah, that's it. We've been dropping bars all this episode, so
I've been dropping bars, y'all.
yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Album, positive affirmation album coming out.
Coming out
Yeah,
soon.
please call us out on it if we haven't released anything in the next few months.
Cool, dude.
That would be actually,
That'd be so cool. Such a cool concept.
it's like,
just
why not, right?
building people
Why
up.
not?
And
Why
it's
not?
just us, you know.
Yeah.
It's just our voice, but we're just gonna build people up in the
Yeah.
best way possible.
'Cause I'm pretty sure people release like spoken words on
Yeah,
like,
they do.
Spotify. And,
There's so many out there, bro.
yeah.
I mean, music is essentially that. It's
Yeah.
just with music, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Sheesh. Well, thank
but
you
yeah.
all so much for having me, bro.
Of course. Thanks for coming to the podcast.
course,
and
man.
hopefully you'll come back.
Oh, I'm coming back, and we're gonna have music. We're gonna have more outlook on life. We're gonna have more positivity, more fly fits, all the good stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you too, and I just wish everybody an abundance of blessings. So.
Yeah. And we got new music coming out soon, so yeah, watch out for that. I don't know when it's coming out, but I don't. It's coming out.
we I'm just kidding.
You know this guy. He always ends up on a track.
But,
I got nothing to say.
see you guys next week.
See y'all next week.
Peace.